Hi, I'm Dave Bundy, editor of the Lincoln Journal-Star, and we are meeting today with Alaina Brouillette, who is a candidate for Lincoln Public School Board in District 4. I didn't do my homework ahead of time. District 4, where's that one?
Clinton and Fallbrook area.
Okay, you've done your homework. Good deal. Well, I figured you'd know. All right. Well, Alaina, before we turn this over to our questions and you do most of the talking, I'll ask our other editorial board members to introduce themselves, starting with Natalia.
Hi, Alaina. I'm Natalia Witta, president of the Journal-Star.
Hi.
Ken, you're going to have to unmute yourself. It works way better than pantomiming. There he goes.
Hi, I'm Kent Walgamot. I write about arts and entertainment, and I've been on the editorial board for almost 13 years now.
Wow.
All right. I think the next time you really ought to pantomime or charades it, 2 words, arts, entertainment. I don't know. Okay. Well, Alaina, you've stuck your neck out there. You've thrown your hat in the ring, all those cliches for running for office, but it's a scary thing to do. And it may be even a little more complicated in this day and age with sort of pensions running a little higher. So why do you want to be on the school board? And then tell us about yourself, your experiences, your attributes that would make you a good school board member.
Well, I'm from Hastings. I moved to Lincoln 10 years ago. I have a 6-year-old daughter. She goes to private school, though. I have no political experience, so I'm thrown into the wolves, kind of. But I enjoy it so far. The reason I decided to go on be a candidate for LPS school board is because I want to make a positive change in the community and help impact the community and improve the system we're currently giving to the students.
Okay. And so do you have any particular experiences or, any aspects of your personality or any special talents that you think will help?
Well, I'm really open to listening to, I think it's very important to have community input. And I feel like just from what I've heard around the community that they feel like they're not being listened to. And that even if that's a small amount of people, it's still an amount, so I think I think I can contribute positively to that. I'm very willing to listen to people, take what they have to say, internalize it, and really put it out there and get it so that the parents and the community get their point of view into the board, and really, and so it's not what the board wants, it's what the community wants. So that would be what I think I could contribute. Otherwise, I'm just a mom who cares about her daughter and her peers, whether they go to her school or not, about children in general and how they're being led into the future.
Okay. Well, you touched on this a little bit already, but obviously parents play an important role in the education of their individual students. They can play a role in the classroom, but you did mention board input. So on sort of an administrative level, how would you want to work with parents? Or how do you think effectively?
You mean if I got elected or currently now, or both?
If you're elected, how would you want parents to interact with you and with the board?
Oh, I think it'd be super. I mean, it's so PTA meetings are free. They're for the community. So it would take nothing for me to go to the PTA meetings in my district. I mean, I could go to any PTA meeting in any district, but specifically, obviously I'm representing District 4. So go to those meetings and engage with those parents and see what they want. Most parents are not going to go to school board meetings. they feel more connected with their students' teachers. They're the ones that are with their students. They know them, familiar with them. They feel like they can be more intimate in conversation, trustworthy and all that. So just go to the PTA meetings, find out what they want.
All right. What do you see as the most pressing needs in the district as far as facilities and then as far as staffing?
Well, staffing, LPS is understaffed. I mean, everywhere is understaffed. So that obviously will cause an impact on the amount of time that they have with each student, especially if there's too many students in a classroom. And by too many, I mean no more than 25 in a classroom. And that's more for school and elementary school. I wouldn't ideally more than 20, but that's an ideal goal. But the more students they have, the teachers can feel overwhelmed. They don't have enough time. Students can get left behind, overlooked, so that is the problem with staffing. And what was the other part of the question?
Well, the other part is what facilities, what do you see as facility needs for the district?
That would just be making sure the teachers have all the resources that they need. And I don't have specifics on that right now. That would be something to talk with the teachers about and see what they need and what we can improve on. I don't know right now exactly what the teachers need, but I would be willing to go talk to them. I mean, teachers should have a huge role in school board meetings to get their message out of what needs to be done and taken care of.
All right. So how do you think Lincoln Public Schools are doing as far as being stewards of taxpayer money? Do you think they're responsible with it?
I would like to see, well, that's a few things on that. First of all, we're all taxpayers. Like I said, I've lived in Lincoln for 10 years and I don't know where my money is going. I don't know. Transparency, you know what I mean? I don't know I would like to know where my money is going with them. So if it is, I have no answer to that because I don't even know where the money is going. Also, what I would like to see is like a graph of, and you could start in like 2017, 2018, anytime recent. But if you started, I want to see teacher pay versus our budget increases versus administrative pay. And I want to see if all three of those are all going up or if the budget's going up and teacher pay is staying, or if administrative pay is creeping up with it. I'd like to compare the budget that they keep increasing and then what we're spending on to see how they all flow together. To me, they would all, you would see a budget increase, then you should see teacher pay increase, then you should see whatever they're spending money on, a breakdown of their money should go with it. But if you're not seeing that, then that's where you can decide. That's where you're going to be able to see why is this not corresponding correctly.
Well, the LPS's budget is a public document, and they publish that, and it's available to anybody who wants to see it. Have you ever looked over one of those? I mean, I think the graph that you talked about
is it on LPS website?
I believe there's an executive summary there. I can't say for sure, but I also know that that it is a public document that's required to be anybody who asks for it.
I've looked on LPS and I've seen their budget. You click on it and it says budget. It's very long and small print, and people don't want to read through all that mumbo jumbo, which I'm sure is why a lot of people don't. if you just make a clear cut, I mean, just the basics, we don't have to know every single pencil that's been bought, but just a basic summary outlining everything without 25 pages of wording, just a simple breakdown. But I do know that there is online a budget. It is accessible, that you can find it. Yes.
Question for you. So there have been questions about police officers, resource officers in schools. There's been questions about the equal application of discipline, about kids who are referred for, suspensions, expulsions, or even into the criminal, juvenile criminal court. And then, there every now and then you have issues of student and teacher safety in the schools. How do you think LPS performs in these areas of student and teacher safety? And then how would you, if you think that they're underperforming, how would you envision improvements being made?
Well, I think it's pretty hard to have a security guard at every school. I also don't think every school needs one. So by that, I mean, you would just base it off of their record of how violent the school is, obviously elementary schools are not going to have a lot of violent children. However, there's always a possibility of school shootings, and that's where a lot of people think there needs to be security on guard for school shootings. For that though, shouldn't the doors be locked all day? Are they not? That's neither here nor there. But so as far as taking care of behavior, if a kid is violently attacking a teacher, that kid should not be allowed in the school. That child needs help, and is clearly a danger to not only teachers, but other students, possibly even themselves. Maybe they're even like that at home and we just don't know it. I mean, there should be no tolerance for that whatsoever. They should be removed and made an example of. If you continue to allow that, then you're only saying that we really aren't going to punish you. We're just going to allow students to keep acting like this, and there will be no severe consequence. You'll just continue to get away with it.
All right. Well, I am down to my last question. I'll see if Natalia or Kent have any follow-up questions. Anything? All right. Well, my last question is sort of the open-ended one, Alaina. It's a chance for you to touch on anything that you wish you had, but it's what didn't we ask you about that you wish we had? You can just say great things about yourself here too, if you like. Whatever you feel.
One thing that I think needs to be worked on is student achievement, to really prepare them for life. And this is not just an LPS. We're seeing this across the nation. But I'd like to, we can only control what's local, but a lot of students just skate by doing the bare minimum. I know that's kind of like a teenager's mentality most of the time, like whatever, it's school. But I really think if we get them focused on, well, first, it is good. I'm not dogging or, saying anything bad about going to college, but not everyone is meant for college. I started going to college right after high school. I went for a year and then I stopped. And I didn't go back until I had my daughter. And I know the story is different, but not everyone's meant for college. And I think that focusing on trade skills after high school for those students that could just go get a job out of high school, or at least maybe just a community college job, not always pushing the bachelor's, the master's. If they want to do that, that's fantastic. Of course, obviously those are great aspirations, but to also focus on the students that are just trying to get out of high school and help direct them in a career path that is suited for them too. Bachelor and master's is not for everyone. So that I think should be a focus as well.
All right. Well, that was my last question. So if you're done, then we're all done. And
Okay.
Alaina, we appreciate your time this afternoon. Thank you very much for talking with us, and thanks for being willing to run.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We
Good
wish
night.
you the best.
Thanks, Alaina.
Bye.